Picture this. Your life is a magnificent artwork, and each day you're given a fresh brush and a blank canvas. The question is, what will you create? What narrative will you weave through your deeds, your thoughts, and your routines? The truth is, success isn't crafted in a single day but through daily effort. Listen closely. There are 10 small habits, when practiced regularly, will revolutionize your life forever. They will mold your character, ignite your aspirations, and reshape your future. 1. Establish a clear goal daily. A ship without a destination drifts at the mercy of the wind. It moves but lacks direction, lacks purpose. It may cover great distances yet never truly reach its end, just as a person waking without a defined goal. They might be active, always on the move, but activity isn't progress, busyness isn't success. Clarity forms the bedrock of all greatness. No empire, no uprising, no enduring legacy arose from confusion. An unguided mind resembles a wild animal, restless, disorderly, swayed by the strongest pull, distractions, demands, expectations. They assault from all sides, and without clarity they rule you. But the instant you set an intention, the moment you seize control of your course, the world ceases to dictate your journey. Before the day's clamor overwhelms you, before outside pressures fragment your attention, pause, decide, pinpoint one clear goal for the day, not 10, not 5, just one. It needn't be monumental, needn't transform your life, but it must be deliberate. It might be as basic as making a key decision, finishing a neglected task, or gaining new knowledge. The goal's strength lies not in its magnitude but in its precision. When you provide your mind a specific aim, you give it meaning, you turn a passive life into an active quest, you move from floating to steering, from reacting to choosing. You start to craft your day instead of letting it mold you, and this is the secret to remarkable success. It doesn't lie in sporadic flashes of inspiration, nor in idle hopes, but in the accumulation of purposeful days, one atop another. The individual who sets their target each morning is the one who shapes their fate. A hazy desire never built an empire, a fuzzy vision never forged a legacy. Clarity did, and it always will. 2. Begin your day with a gratitude mindset. You must grasp this. Your mindset shapes your destiny. It's not luck, not circumstance, not even talent that steers your life's path as much as your thinking, and at the heart of a steadfast mind lies one simple yet potent practice: gratitude. Most people rise weighed down. They dread upcoming challenges, their thoughts fixate on issues, on what's absent, on potential pitfalls. But this mindset is a self-made cage. It traps them in fear, doubt, and negativity. What they fail to see is they hold the power to change it all with one small habit, one taking less than a minute yet rewires the mind for strength. Each morning, before the world's chaos tugs you in countless directions, breathe, pause, and name 3 things you're thankful for. They needn't be grand. It could be as simple as waking up today, a roof overhead, a chat with a friend, an opportunity. Regardless of size, gratitude isn't about dismissing hardships. It's about opting to notice what's already positive. This shift in outlook isn't just optimism, it's strength. When you focus on what you possess rather than what you lack, your mind shifts from scarcity to abundance, from restriction to potential, and a mind that sees potential always finds a way. It spots chances where others see barriers, it devises solutions instead of excuses. Understand this. Gratitude isn't merely a feeling, it's a discipline, a shield against doubt, fear, and anxiety. Those who nurture it stand firm through trials because they've trained their mind to look past setbacks, to see what's achievable rather than lamenting the impossible. The strongest minds aren't those who've never faltered, they're those who've mastered perspective, and gratitude lays the groundwork for that mastery. 3. Read for 30 minutes daily. Every brilliant mind has been shaped in the furnace of knowledge. The wisdom of the past, the insights of the present, the prospects of the future. These are the cornerstones of intellectual and personal development. If you aim to lift your thinking, to hone your mind into a tool of clarity and power, you must become a seeker of wisdom. The world brims with distractions, yet few endeavors rival the transformative power of reading. One book can alter your life's course. One idea, one deep realization can shatter old limits and unlock doors you never knew existed. Knowledge isn't just power, it's liberation. It frees you from ignorance, from stagnation, from the loop of unchallenged thoughts that keep you stuck in familiar patterns, familiar frustrations. Every page you turn broadens your view, helping you see beyond the tight bounds of your current grasp. The greatest leaders, thinkers, and innovators share one trait: an unquenchable thirst for learning. They know the mind, like the body, needs nourishment and exercise. Just as muscles strengthen with regular training, the mind sharpens with consistent exposure to new ideas, new philosophies, new perspectives. The key is discipline, A daily pledge to read, even if only for 30 minutes. It's a modest investment with boundless returns. Some might claim books are obsolete, but true wisdom endures. It's not about data, it's about depth. While fleeting news feeds and shallow content flood your mind with noise, books require patience, engagement, and reflection. They push you to think critically, to question, to ponder. In a world obsessed with quick fixes and instant rewards, reading is an act of defiance, a declaration that you prize depth over distraction, mastery over mediocrity. You're always one book away from a breakthrough. One well-timed insight can shift your mindset, reshape your habits, and guide you to greatness. But that breakthrough won't arrive unless you take the first step. Make the vow, 30 minutes a day. Let that be the base on which you construct an unshakable mind. Eventually, you'll look back and see the greatest investment you ever made was in your own intellect's strength. For take charge of your inner dialogue. You are the ruler of your fate, the captain of your soul, not by random chance nor by fortune's caprice, but by the mighty power of your thoughts. The mind is a fertile expanse, vast beyond measure, yet it yields only what's sown within it. Plant seeds of doubt and fear, and you'll reap failure and despair. But sow within it the golden seeds of belief, determination, and purpose, and your life will yield fruit beyond your wildest dreams. Consider the man who tells himself I am weak. His shoulders droop, his voice falters, his presence shrinks. He needs no iron chains, for he's already bound himself with invisible shackles of self-doubt. Conversely, the man who asserts I am strong, I am capable, I shall overcome strides with purpose, speaks with certainty, and acts with a confidence that molds circumstances to his will. The divide between these men isn't birth or wealth, it's thought. Closely watch your inner dialogue, for it holds the blueprint of your destiny. If you murmur I cannot, you issue a command to your mind and your body will comply. If instead you say I am learning how, you spark within yourself a growth spirit, a flame that turns obstacles into steps forward. Don't say I am not good enough, say instead I am growing every day. This slight shift in wording changes not just your mindset but your entire reality. Words aren't just sounds, they're forces, the quiet architects shaping your life structure. Every word you speak plants a seed in your subconscious garden. Speak of failure and it will flourish, speak of greatness and it will bear fruit. The most successful figures in history, those who rose from obscurity to prominence, mastered this secret. They spoke their desired lives into being long before they grasped them. Let no one claim fate is harsh, for fate serves thought. Speak wisely, think boldly, and act with steadfast faith, and the world will bend to your will. 5. Embrace discomfort every single day. Man isn't destined for ease but for conquest. History wasn't penned by those who clung to comfort, nor was success ever claimed by those who shunned struggle. Comfort is a stealthy thief. It steals ambition, numbs the spirit, and lulls the mind into apathy. Each time you avoid discomfort, you don't just pause, you regress. Growth springs from adversity, and those aspiring to greatness must first embrace the trials that shape it. The most successful men today, those who climbed from obscurity to lead industry, amass wealth, and wield influence, share a common quality: they don't flee difficulty. They pursue it. They lean into discomfort like a blacksmith into the forge, knowing only through resistance's heat can steel be hardened. They grasp that progress lies not in idle rest but at the brink of their endurance. To join such ranks, you must train to withstand what others avoid. Do something uncomfortable daily, rise before dawn to seize the morning, push past exhaustion, past convenience, past your former limits. Speak when your voice quivers, act when fear urges delay, risk failure when mediocrity promises safety. Each discomfort stretches your boundaries, toughens your will, and bolsters your spirit. Know this: the more you welcome discomfort, the mightier you become. Each conquered challenge lays a stone in your success's foundation. Every hardship faced with bravery strengthens your character's fiber. You're not meant for a life of ease but for a life of victory. The world honors not the man who seeks comfort but the man who endures, persists, and triumphs. So I urge you, shun ease, resist stagnation's lure, greet challenge as a familiar ally, for within its grasp lies your true potential. The man who braves hardship today will rule tomorrow. 6. Master the art of focus. Success isn't reserved for the lucky nor failure for the unlucky. Both stem from habit, from discipline, or its absence. In this modern era, no foe threatens discipline more than distraction. It's the quiet destroyer of dreams, the thief that strips men of purpose unnoticed. It doesn't attack boldly or announce itself. It creeps into the mind, scattering focus, blunting ambition, swapping progress for idle indulgence. We live in a world shouting for your attention, Relentless noise, constant demands, petty diversions pulling your focus in countless directions. But hear this, what you focus on, you nourish. If you let distractions lure your mind, you'll tend mediocrity's seeds. But if you guide your focus with precision, you'll reap greatness's harvest. A man fixated on problems will be swallowed by them, sinking in doubt and despair. Yet the man who trains his mind to spot solutions will find every difficulty hides a chance. The choice is his and yours. Master your focus and you'll master your destiny. Train your mind to single task, tune out interruptions, call, disable notifications, mute the trivial, and dedicate specific hours to deep, uninterrupted work. Make focus a sacred right, inviolable by the world's fleeting whims. Know this, the man who rules his focus rules his future. Distraction shelters the scattered, excuses the uncommitted. But the man who wields his attention like a warrior wields his blade, keen, steady, exact, will etch his name in history's pillars. So I tell you, protect your focus as you'd guard your wealth, for it's far more valuable. Let no idle pleasure, no minor matter rob you of your destined path. Train your mind, steer your thoughts, and the world will yield to your unflinching attention. 7. Cultivate relentless self-discipline. The path to success isn't laid with good intentions, nor built on fleeting inspiration. It's erected with discipline's bricks, unwavering, indomitable, vital. Discipline is the link between goals and triumph. It's the force dividing dreamers from doers. The man who conquers discipline masters his fate. The man without it falls slave to circumstance. Let me share a truth few admit. Feelings are fickle. If you wait to feel ready, you'll wait eternally. If you act only when convenient, you'll achieve nothing. Discipline is doing what's required whether you feel like it or not. It's rising before dawn when comfort beckons sleep, working while others rest, persevering when others yield, advancing when the frail make excuses. Discipline is a muscle growing stronger with use. Each time you pick action over delay, each time you show up despite weakness, you steel your will. Each time you honor your word to yourself, you build trust in your abilities, an unshakable confidence earned, not given. Trust me, self-discipline is the ultimate freedom. The undisciplined man is chained by impulses, ruled by distractions, bound by the moment's whims. But the disciplined man, he commands himself. He doesn't chase motivation for he doesn't need it. He acts regardless, thus seizing control of his destiny. Know this, talent may unlock doors but only discipline keeps them open. Ambition may spark the fire but only discipline sustains it. No man reached greatness without first mastering himself. So I urge you, train like a warrior prepares for war, toughen your will, solidify your resolve, choose discipline today, tomorrow, and always, for when discipline defines your life, success becomes certain. 8. Surround yourself with high-value people. A man isn't just the sum of his thoughts and deeds, he mirrors those he keeps company with. Show me your companions and I'll show you your life's trajectory. Whether you see it or not, you reflect the average of the 5 people you spend most time with. Their habits shape yours, their beliefs mold yours, their standards set yours. If you mingle with complainers, you'll soon drown in excuses, mired in the mediocrity that binds them. If you associate with those who accept failure as destiny, who view obstacles as impassable, you'll unconsciously adopt their limits. But if you seek those who stretch boundaries, defy odds, and demand success, you'll rise to their level, you'll strive harder, think grander, act with firmer resolve. Choose wisely, your circle either lifts you or drags you. There's no neutral influence. Surround yourself with those who hone your mind, challenge your ideas, who won't let you settle for less than your best. Seek mentors, wise men who've trod the path you aim for. Engage in talks that expand your intellect, that push your vision past current confines. Know this, the right setting will transform you faster than any motivation. A man needn't lean on fleeting inspiration when steeped in excellence's culture. In greatness's presence, mediocrity becomes unbearable. Among the driven, stagnation is unthinkable. So I tell you, pick your company with care, walk with giants and you'll learn to stand tall, align with thinkers, doers, men of action and you'll become one. To raise your life, raise your standards, for your future isn't left to chance. It's shaped by those you welcome into your world. 9. Take daily action towards your dreams. A dream without action is merely a fantasy, a wish cast into the wind, lost before it forms. Success doesn't come to the idle nor favor the hopeful. It yields only to the man who moves, who labors, who ensures no day passes without advance. Dreams don't realize themselves, you must work for them. You can't sit passively expecting success to arrive, it won't. Fortune doesn't pursue the stagnant, it rewards the persistent. Every man who rose from nothing to greatness did so through his own sweat. He didn't await the ideal moment, didn't wait for conditions to align. He started where he stood with what he had and acted. So must you. Each day offers a chance, a step forward, no matter how tiny. Momentum isn't forged in one grand act but in the steady rhythm of daily effort. A man who advances even an inch outpaces the one who stands still. Begin now, do something today that nears your goal. Don't be fooled by the myth that great feats happen instantly, they stem from small disciplined steps amassed over time. The writer who drafts one page daily will eventually hold a book. The man who improves 1% each day will be unrecognizably transformed in a year. This is effort's law, unavoidable, indisputable, absolute. Those who follow it rise, those who resist fade into mediocrity. So I urge you, act, not tomorrow, not next week, today, now, for the man who acts today rules tomorrow, and the man who waits will watch others claim his dreams. 10. End each day with reflection and refinement. The gap between the man who grows and the man who stagnates isn't talent, luck, or effort alone, it's reflection. The world rushes on, filled with men who leap from day to day without pausing to ask, what have I learned? But the man who nightly turns inward, gauges his progress, evaluates his actions, seeks growth, pulls far ahead of those who merely drift. Before sleep claims you, take a moment to reflect. Ask yourself, what did I do well today? Where did I stumble? How can I improve tomorrow? Success isn't about flawlessness, it's about learning, adjusting, and strengthening with each day. The man who dreads errors will never act, but the man who learns from them turns failures into rungs and obstacles into openings. Each day teaches, some instill patience, some test discipline, others expose unseen flaws, but all, if faced honestly, leave you wiser. The greatest historical figures, those who molded industries, led nations, built legacies, weren't flawless, but they knew this. Self-awareness is mastery's base. They didn't repeat mistakes blindly, they studied themselves like a craftsman his craft, correcting, refining, improving constantly. So must you. Dedicate evening time to review your day, jot it down if needed, celebrate successes, recognize shortcomings, not with remorse but resolve. For the man who pursues daily betterment will soar above the one who lives unmindful. So I tell you, let no day pass unexamined. The man who reflects, adapts, and evolves will master his future. Those who ignore self-awareness remain ruled by unseen forces, but those who study themselves hold their evolution's key. And ultimately, that separates the successful from the static. Now listen carefully. These 10 habits are modest, but their effect is vast. They form the basis of a robust mind, a disciplined character, and a potent life. The question is, will you adopt them? Will you dedicate to the daily steps that lead to greatness? The choice is yours, and a wise choice will earn your future self's gratitude. So which habit will you begin today? For the life you desire isn't waiting, it awaits your action, and action, my friend, is always in your grasp.